because when Ryan Cohen took control of the board in August, or first he bought in August of 2020 with a 12% stake, and then rose to chairman of the board in January of 2021, which was part of the catalyst for the initial squeeze. His role mainly was to save the company because it was verifiably going under. It was extremely levered. They had like a $400 million bond that was due in March of 2021 that they didn't have the cash to pay. They were free cash flow negative. They were losing money on essentially every single store except for the ones in major cities in North America. And so RC had to do this like turnaround story where he first started with layoffs of admin staff, then he started to reduce SG&A expenses, and he was able to get them down by a significant amount. I mean, the SG&A as a percent of revenue went from like 36% in 2020 to like 22% now. So he almost halved the SG&A expenses, and he leaned the company so that they were able to pay off the debt and basically become EBITDA positive for the first time in 6 years. But the problem now is that GameStop faces is, okay, so they've gotten rid of the debt issue that was threatening bankruptcy. And it seems like the short attacks are over because the bear case for the company is kind of gone, right? The company's not going to go bankrupt tomorrow. They have $4.5 billion of cash on hand. But what are they going to do with all this money that they raised this summer in these equity ATM dilutions? And what I've been proposing, and I've been a part of a group of people that have been crafting shareholder proposals to the board, as well as public letters to Ryan Cohen, is that they buy Bitcoin and follow essentially like a modified version of the Saylor strategy of turning some of their net income into like 20% of that into Bitcoin and potentially a third of their cash holdings into Bitcoin if they don't have a major M&A purchase coming up, which it seems it's still up in the air because it's only been 6 or 7 months since they raised all this cash. But given that they haven't telegraphed anything, if they don't have a better idea of what to do with the cash, I think buying Bitcoin is an amazing answer.